kind of like in cyber now, and by the way, this is a law enforcement perspective, so I can't speak about specific companies, but industry wide, I can speak of that. But it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? So now it's kind of shifted from let me keep the bad guys out to when the bad guys get in, how soon am I notified? And then how soon can I get them out of my system? And how soon can I recover? Because even in the healthcare world, they know how much it costs per minute to be down, right? So we see a lot of companies that try to do it well, but also moving from traditional antivirus to EDRs or, as you know, endpoint detection and response. So something that's automated and can mitigate those threats for you when there's no hands-on keyboard needed. So just give you an example that we had come up recently to this month was speaking generally, a construction company, mid-size, they had an incident and they called us out and we went out on site and realized that they had EDR, so endpoint detection and response. Within minutes, they were notified of a certain ransomware group called Chillin. You might have heard of them. They were in their system, but they were mitigated. They got the network was segmented, so they were able to keep them into a certain area of their systems and mitigate that threat pretty quickly. Versus another company that called us out, which is a real estate company, and they were doing all the things they thought they needed to do with firewalls and antivirus and things and such, but they didn't have an EDR in place. So their first notice that the bad guys were in their system was the splash screen that says you're encrypted and you need to pay. So whenever you get to that point, it's kind of like, when did I know about this, right? If the bad guys tell you that they're in your system, that's too late. You should have known about it sooner, right? And that's not shaming the victim. Obviously, everybody has a budget. They didn't necessarily have the budget for sophisticated systems that would notify them, but that's something that for them to consider next time is how long was my company down, and could that have been mitigated a little bit better? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, and we're also looking at like reputation loss, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and that's something that's hard to quantify.
Yes.